Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about digestive enzymes and look at whether they're beneficial or are they just a fad. And this is all about what I started researching quite a few months ago now to find out more. So I'm Dr. Helen and I'm an A&E doctor and advocate for integrative wellness as well as an animal aromatherapy specialist. And I love to use essential oils to support the health and well-being of myself and my pets, and help educate people to do the same for their family, whether that's human or animal. So if you like what you're listening to, please hit the subscribe button or follow so I can carry on creating more content, and let me know in the comments what you want to know about. Would you like to get essential oils into your life? Why not book in for one of my free chats or come to one of my classes and find out more? Or maybe you've got oils and you don't know how to use them best for either yourself or your pet. So I do that too. I do consultations and general overviews depending on your needs. So drop me a message and we can chat more about what the best option is for you. So digestive enzymes. What are they? So basically, we have digestive enzymes within us, and it starts within our mouth when we start biting into our food, and it's saliva, and then it starts working all the way down the GI tract, and different foods like protein, carbs, sugars and starches and things like that, and fats, they all require different enzymes. Now we get them from our food, certainly like fruits and vegetables and things like that. Now, the more that we process food, the less enzymes that are there, because heat destroys them. And this then starts to be a problem, because we do live in a society where we have a lot of processed food, and also, with stresses that are on our body, means that perhaps our gut isn't functioning as optimally as it would be ideal for it to do. Now, obviously, if we're not digesting the food properly, we then can't get all the nutrients from it, and we're not going to be getting all the energy that we need to go towards functioning and also healing our body as well. Now, originally, when I started looking into digestive enzymes, I thought, I think they're just really useful for the gut. And certainly, yes. So if you have any kind of gut issues, for whatever reason, maybe you're constipated or you've got diarrhea or sort of, irritable bowel and things like that, then digestive enzymes can be really beneficial to help support you. Because, sometimes there's things that we're a little bit intolerant to. So I know that if I eat pizza, it's not going to be great for me. And, whereas and pasta and, normal sort of wheat pasta, whereas I can actually eat bread without any too much of a problem for whatever reason. And we are actually, as a nation, becoming more gluten intolerant, because after the Second World War, they started to change some of the wheat crop to produce more. And so we actually have the flour that we have today has more gluten in it than our ancestors had. Well, I say ancestors, it's not that long ago, but and so it can be a huge problem. Lots of people are struggling, with a gluten intolerance, and that's different from an actual gluten allergy where you're celiac. So very, very beneficial to support your gut in that manner as well. Now, ironically, I see an awful lot of patients that have had heartburn, and they're on things like PPIs and antacids, and that actually destroys the enzymes. It stops the stomach acid producing, which can then have a knock-on effect for how well your food's digested, and then how it affects your health, because you're not getting the right nutrients. So we help the reflux, but we hinder the actual process of your food and what's going on afterwards, and how it supports your body. And so it's difficult. So really, if you've got sort of reflux or something like that, best thing is you need to adjust your diet. That's going to be the key factor that's actually going to support you. Now, it's not just the gut issues. Now, gut issues, let's just talk about gut issues. What is a gut issue? It's going to be flatulence, so farting, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, undigested food, floating stools. That's where you get a lot of fat in your stools. Now, there can be some serious problems within the body. If you've got problems with your pancreas or your gallbladder, that can actually cause these problems. But, a lot of it can be due to your gut, the microbiome in there, and also the processed food that you're eating as well, because that just plays a massive role. So, really important to get on board with that. Now, if you want to have a really good raw food diet, that's great. And I've got some friends who eat raw, and full respect to you guys, because I know I couldn't do it. But you also have to be careful, because you won't get, there are some things supplements that people need to take in order to meet all their nutrient requirements. But it's not for me, and it's probably not for a lot of people, because, to be honest, I've done a few raw meals, and it's a bit time consuming and things like that. It's much easier to have stuff prepared and things like that. And certainly in the winter, I like a nice little soup or something like that. So having some digestive enzymes can really support your gut. And if you've been on antibiotics or anything like that, or been under a lot of stress or been ill, then again, they're going to be really supportive for you. Now, I said it's more than just the gut. Now, when our body has to manufacture digestive enzymes, because for whatever reason we're not getting enough in our food, or because of stress and strain, or we're utilizing more, it then takes more energy to produce the digestive enzymes, and removes energy from other metabolic processes in the body, like healing, like the immune system, like energy, our emotional health. It all has a big, it all plays a role. And so having digestive enzymes can massively support that as well, because it takes the pressure. And there's been several studies that have actually found that sort of ligament injuries are helped when people take digestive enzymes. They can help with your energy production, and also sort of another, helpful with healing generally, because you're supporting your health. And so your body's got more energy to look at those other processes. Now, one of the things I like to use at digestive enzymes, and the first time I started using them, really, apart from using them for pizza. I don't actually have a lot of pizza. I want to point this out. I've mentioned it twice now, but I can't actually remember the last time I had a pizza, to be honest. I don't even think it's this year. But anyway, just wanted to make that clear. But when I compete in my Canicross races, I have some oats. I like overnight oats, and I always like to eat something in the morning, because otherwise I can feel a bit like, ooh, and I feel like I'm lacking a bit of oomph. So my dogs have an overnight oats meal, and I have, and it's a small one, but we all have some digestive enzymes, because what it does is it helps digest the food that we're having. It's going to release more nutrients, give us a little bit of extra energy, and so it's just really, really beneficial. And it's quite interesting, actually, as you empty a digestive enzyme over in your food and mix it up, say oats, you can actually see it turn liquidy before your eyes. It takes a couple of minutes, but it's like, oh wow, that's really good. So really beneficial. Now, when you're getting digestive enzymes, it's really important that you buy enzymes that aren't listed by weight. You want to get ones that actually show the activity, and that's an FCC. It's in this sort of index. And what that actually means is the activity. So, for example, the enzyme lipase, you might think that 40 milligrams of lipase is going to be more beneficial than 20 milligrams. That actually might not be true, because it's all to do with the activity level. Now, as you probably know, doTERRA. doTERRA do a fantastic digestive enzyme product called Terrazyme. And, I've been, when I was doing all the research for this podcast, and also a blog I've written, and just in general, I was really quite impressed with Terrazyme. And I have this thing where unless I really feel passionately about something, I don't recommend it. You won't catch me doing a live on it or anything. And in actual fact, we've just got a new product back in stock in the UK. And I haven't checked it out yet. I've never used it because it's been out of stock for so long. I don't know much about it. I'm going to check it out, and I'm going to do a little bit of research about it. And only when I'm actually using it and I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm hearing some evidence about it, I'm going to talk about it. So this is how I felt about Terrazyme. So I have been using it. So I use it for my sports. I've been using it for the pizza. That's the third time I've mentioned that now. But also I've been using it because I've had a number of injuries recently. So I've actually used it to support me as I heal. I've had my back injured, and I've had my it's actually not a rotator cuff. I mentioned my rotator cuff few times. I actually had an ultrasound scan yesterday, and it's not rotator cuff, so no surgery needed. It's tendinopathy. So full speed ahead for trying to heal that. I'm waiting for an orthopedic appointment, and I might need to have a steroid injection, but I'm hoping I can get it sorted before then. But shoulders are difficult because you always use them. But yeah, so digestive enzymes can support a whole load of processes in your body. So, and I'll often take them as well with my evening meal when I'm at work. So I usually eat about 11 o'clock at night, and I'll add them in. When I have my food, I'll take a couple, and I've really noticed the change in my energy level when I take the Terrazyme and when I don't. So there's a whole host of different reasons why they can be very, very beneficial. And as I said, one of the reasons I like the doTERRA ones was because of the way they, all the information they have in it, which has all the activity level in it. But it actually has an enzyme in there for gluten. It's an anti-gluten binding enzyme, so it will help with the digestion of gluten. So if that is something, remember the pizza is a bit of a problem. It's also got lactase in, so it can help you digest milk as well. Little pro tip here, just ditch the milk. Seriously, this isn't some sort of pro-vegan thing. Ditch the milk. Milk is just so unhealthy for you. There's so many negatives to drinking milk. But if you do want to have you are having milk, then digestive enzymes are going to be great for you. And the other thing they have as well, so beans, they have a great enzyme in there that helps break up beans and break down the beans. So a lot of the problem when people first go vegan is, quite frankly, it's flatulence, farting, trumping, whatever you want to call it. People struggle, bloating as well. Beans can make you feel really uncomfortable, and Terrazyme can have a really great transition for getting you eating more beans and getting you more comfortable eating more beans as well. And we all should be eating loads of legumes. We should be having them every day, in all honesty. But it's not always easy, because they can, you might not have the right gut bacteria if you haven't been using them and you start eating them as well. It will depend. They shouldn't do. If you're folate deficient, taking another supplement as well is going to be very beneficial. But you've got to be mindful of what enzymes that you're using, and also what supplementation you're doing. But they won't do unless you've got a problem. It might be an issue, but if you haven't, then so this is just a little question about digestive enzymes depleting folate, just for people who are listening and not watching, because this is come up on Facebook. So you've just got to be mindful. If you have a folate deficiency, then you've just got to be mindful of what you're eating, but they will be supporting you breaking up the nutrients and things like that. So again, it comes down to a lot about what the enzymes are that you're using, and what your actual issue is as well. But I take them with a multivitamin and mineral supplement. And to be honest, digestive enzymes are one of the safest supplements to have, because they have really minimal side effects and intolerances. So they are something that's really good. And even if you're not taking a multivitamin supplement, there's great value to be had from actually using a digestive enzyme. So do rest assured, they are they are really one of the safest ones to get, but it does all depend on what you're using. So I did quite a lot of research before I wrote my blog on this, and over the last few months, looking at pros and cons of digestive enzymes before I decided to talk about it. And the evidence is that they are one of the safest supplements to have, and so can be, totally beneficial. So, a lot of the things as well, having a good diet is going to be crucial, and also a multivitamin and mineral supplement as well. So, really crucial. But yeah, they are really a great thing to have. And, certainly with regard to the Terrazyme, 1 to 3 capsules per meal, depending on what you're eating. So I tend to always I've been having 2 recently, because I'm working at improving my shoulder, and I want to use as much benefit, put as much effort into my healing as I can. But really, really good. And although this isn't about animals, dogs and cats can have them as well. But that's a subject for another video, another live, and I will talk about that another time. So I hope that helps. Do hit the follow or the subscribe button, or give me a little bit of a review. Hopefully 5 stars, and let me know what you want me to talk about on another live as well. So stay safe, everyone. Stay well. Bye.